Horses change shape of their backs and the dimensions of backs dependent on the time of year and their dietary intake, dependent on their work history and the presence or absence of a period of time off, which means that the saddle fit needs to be checked regularly, ideally at least every 3 months. If the saddle hasn't been checked for a considerable length of time, then it is likely that it will be ill-fitting for the horse. We need to determine if the saddle fit was checked by a qualified saddle fitter, who is hopefully more likely to do a better job than an unqualified saddler. However, even if the horse has had recent professional saddle check, don't be misled. This does not necessarily mean that the saddle fits either the horse or the rider, and it could still be a major contributor to poor performance. Does the saddle slip to one side? In this photograph, we can see that the saddle is slipping to the left. Saddle slip is often caused by hindlimb lameness, with the saddle tending to slip towards the side of the lame or lamer limb in the majority of horses. Recurrent saddle slip could be caused by other reasons, such as an asymmetrically flocked saddle or a crooked rider, but by far the most common reason is hindlimb lameness. So this is a useful piece of information. Is the saddle used on more than one horse? And if so, does it slip on each horse? If the rider rides more than one horse, do they experience saddle slip on other horses? If the answer is no, then it is likely that the saddle slip was induced by the horse. Saddle slip will induce rider crookedness, but rider crookedness could also, in a small proportion of cases, induce the saddle slip. Has there been any change in the tack? For example, the bit or the noseband? And if the answer is yes, did this make any difference to the presenting problem? Is the horse different when hacked out compared with working in an arena? In many pain-related conditions, the answer is yes. And the answer is yes simply because the horse is put under less pressure, it's not repeatedly going in circles, and it finds it much easier and experiences less discomfort. Does the horse avoid the camber or the incline of a road? A normal horse should not.